I've actually decided to make this video to demonstrate how important it is to outsource content. Um, Writing content can be a very time-consuming task. You might not actually know it at first, especially when you're first starting internet marketing and you think that you could do everything from content writing to marketing to everything else. But the truth of the matter is that once you get to a certain level, outsourcing will do you more good than bad, especially when we talk about nowadays that you can actually hire people for as much as $5 to $10 to write a good, well made SEO friendly content. A lot of people look at the $5 and they tell me, well, if I hire 100 people to write 100 posts, that makes it $500. It's too much, man. That's too much. Well, I need to remind you of a notion that is very famous. I'm sure that all of you have heard of it, which is ROI, or return on investment. You must know that when you're paying someone to write an article for $5, well, first of all, $5 is very cheap. It's actually very cheap for an article. Uh, Only a very select uh, number of people would actually accept to write a blog for $5. And if you search on the internet enough, you might find people that are taxing even $200 to write an article. So $5 is actually not that much. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you publish an article on your website, especially if that article turns out to be a highly profitable page, you can start making money off of that page. So let's say that page only makes you $5 a month. Multiply it by 12, that gives you $70 or close to $70, uh, which is actually, if you calculate it, it's a lot more than $5, isn't it? So just from writing one post, you could actually 10x the money spent on hiring a freelancer to write that post. So if you want to make money in the long run, you must learn that you should free time, not do everything. There is nobody in this planet or no entrepreneur that can do everything from financing to purchasing to logistics to everything else. You have to outsource. And basically, if you happen to have a job at a corporate company, you might see that in place. You might see that there are different departments and that there are different jobs and each person does a different thing. So it is actually crucial to spend 9 to get the 10. As long as you keep to yourself and if you try to convince yourself that you can do everything by yourself and that you do not need anyone helping you and that you can do everything by yourself, that's not very good. That's definitely not very good. You should actually, once you start making money, uh, invest some money. That's wiser and actually much more profitable. It is hard at first to build that habit because most people are made the habits out of not spending money. They just wanna gain money and not spend money. But you can take it step by step. You can start building. Spend $5 today, $5 the next day. Uh, do some marketing. Have a bit of an ROI, return on investment on your spending. See how things work out. And if you find out that you actually are spending $5 and then getting your money back in the same week or the same month, you might actually want to scale outsourcing your content and start focusing more on building websites and managing websites rather than doing everything yourself. In this business of affiliate marketing, one website is not enough. You have smart people that actually build 20, 30 websites a year, and they outsource all the content to freelancers willing to write it for $5 per piece of content. And these guys, even though they spend an enormous amount of money on building these 30 websites, but they end up with 30 assets that will make them 10 times or 20 times or 100 times the money that they spent uh, in the first place. That's how business works.